Under the shade of a giant old tree, the worker was faced with an extremely difficult challenge. This ancient tree, with a diameter of up to 500 centimeters, is like a priceless natural treasure. The worker, a veteran in the profession, stood there with a huge saw in his hand, focused eyes and deep respect for this giant tree. Holding the saw tightly, he began this difficult job with certainty. The saws were as powerful as blows from a veteran martial artist. It must be said that the process of sawing ancient cedar trees is not simple, requiring calculation and professional skills from the worker. Each cut must be carefully calculated to ensure that the tree will fall in a safe direction and not cause danger. The sound of sawing is like a song of maturity and experience. Each cut is a constant effort to bring this ancient tree to a safe and effective end. The final part of the sawing process is often the most dangerous, and workers must maintain high vigilance. His eyes are always focused, observing every expression and change in the tree's behavior to predict the exact direction of fall. Meanwhile, another worker stood behind him, ready to assist and provide safety. With the clatter of the falling tree, it all became more dramatic and important than ever. The worker quickly ran to a safe area, keeping a safe distance to avoid any risks from falling trees. Continuing, an equally giant cedar tree is being felled under the experienced and courageous hands of the worker. Powerful sawing sessions are performed with precision and technical adjustment, creating clear cuts in the tree trunk where each cut is a meticulous and mature effort. The worker's focus lies not only on felling, but also on ensuring that the process is safe, with every measure being taken to avoid unwanted risks. Finally, the cedar tree was safely cut down. This is truly a wonderful image of the efforts and working spirit of the workers in the process of transporting giant logs from the forest to the processing factory. Even though the logs were heavy and the road muddy, their noble spirit and determination were a constant source of strong encouragement. Concentration and consensus in the group make work more effective, and that work spirit is the source of encouragement to overcome all difficulties on the muddy road. Despite the dangers that the road environment can present, the driver carrying tons of wood bravely moved across the Mamrana Bridge. The car, with its huge ton of wood, is not only a symbol of strength and capacity, but also a challenge for drivers to overcome these difficult conditions. The condition of the bridge seems to be old and no longer safe for people to cross, but faced with that painful truth, there is no other choice, and vehicles must brave the danger to cross. While approaching the middle of the bridge, the driver suddenly stopped to observe, a sign of warning and caution. He stopped to observe, which could help the driver assess whether it was possible to cross the bridge without danger. There may be factors such as wear, lack of stability or damage to the bridge that make the driver think about a safer decision. The decision to stop and observe is often a prudent and proactive measure to avoid risk. After determining the direction and safe path, the driver began to press the accelerator slowly and move across the bridge in a professional manner. Drivers' grit and discipline are more important than ever, as they must maintain a balance between speed and safety. Every movement of the steering wheel, every decision can affect the stability of the vehicle and their own safety. By maintaining control and skillfully adjusting the vehicle, the driver successfully drove his logging truck across the Mamrana Bridge. The majestic river winds through the wilderness, where natural life is extremely harsh. In that picture of wild nature, Euro 4,320 trucks loaded with wood are facing the biggest challenge of crossing this fierce and raging river. What is special is the truck, with its shape. Strong and steadfast, rising like a mighty man against the rushing water. Inside the cabin, the hero driver is constantly focused on the route ahead, his driving technique pushed to the highest limit. The sound of powerful engines blends with the sound of large waves, creating a symphony of uncompromising battle. It's unbelievable that the Euro 4,320 truck was half submerged in water, but the truck still crossed the river with ease. Inside the cabin, the hero driver is constantly focused on the route ahead, his driving technique pushed to the highest limit. The sound of powerful engines blends with the sound of large waves, creating a symphony of uncompromising battle. It's unbelievable that the Euro 4,320 truck was half submerged in water, but the truck still crossed the river with ease. Inside the cabin, the hero driver is constantly focused on the route ahead, his driving technique pushed to the highest limit. The sound of powerful engines blends with the sound of large waves, creating a symphony of uncompromising battle. It's unbelievable that the Euro 4,320 truck was half submerged in water, but the truck still crossed the river with ease. Driving a logging truck on long, challenging roads is a difficult experience and full of unique difficulties. Facing all types of weather, mountainous terrain, and unpredictable traffic situations, truck driving becomes an art that requires concentration, skill, and patience. Here, the log truck driver is facing a big challenge, moving across a bridge made of interconnected logs, which is extremely primitive and dangerous. The large weight of goods, especially when carrying wood, puts enormous pressure on drivers, requiring them to have excellent control over driving technique. Faced with this challenge, the driver moves the truck slowly, taking advantage of each moment to survey the situation and adjust the direction of the wheels. In front of them, support people are standing ready, assisting in adjusting the direction of the vehicle's movement. By being careful and focused, they help drivers navigate each curve safely and efficiently. In this stressful moment, teamwork and professionalism become important keys to overcoming challenges. Every move requires close consensus and understanding between the driver and the support team, forming a strong working team to face difficult conditions. With skillful hands and skilled driving techniques, the driver controls accurately, which is not only a skill but also a deep understanding of the road and facing all challenges. The process of sawing logs using traditional Japanese methods has become like a delicate art. In the talented hands of an experienced carpenter, a loyal saw is always an indispensable companion. The carpenter chooses high-quality wood, an important step to ensure the final product has the best quality. durable and beautiful. The saw, as part of craftsmanship, is not just a tool but also a part of instinct and experience accumulated over many years. The carpenter's sophistication and dedication are key in this process. With hands roughened by years of experience, but precise to every millimeter, they guided the saw deep into the log, creating smooth and regular cuts. Each cut is the result of ingenuity and dedication, creating a unique handmade work. When the log is gradually divided into smaller parts, the carpenter uses yellow wedges. Wedges are not only a support tool but also the secret to making the sawing process happen safely and quickly. Flexibility in tool use, along with the ability to adjust pressure and cutting direction, are decisive factors for creating small logs. This process is not only a craft but also a soulful artistic experience, where the carpenter and the wood material immerse themselves in the laws of nature to create delicate and beautiful lines. A place that not only requires the ingenuity and patience of the craftsman but also a delicate combination of workmanship and a deep understanding of the properties of wood. Very quickly, the long log was sawn into a short log with extremely smooth and delicate cuts. This is the result of the carpenter's professionalism and long-standing skills. Because the log was quite heavy, they cleverly used a forklift to lift it and move it to the next stage. The forklift helps them handle heavy loads effectively, while ensuring the safety of workers and newly sawn wood products. Flexibility and creativity in using tools and equipment are important to ensure each step occurs effectively. Next is the important step of sawing small logs into many different wooden panels. At this stage, the worker must make meticulous calculations to achieve the highest percentage of wood from each log. Using a pen and ruler, the craftsman creates precise lines on the log, determining cutting points to create wooden panels of the desired size and shape. Each cut is a strategic decision, and the sophistication in this process is the final decision on the quality and value of the product. The veteran craftsman is focusing on adjusting the saw blade, demonstrating his professionalism and high technique to create the desired precise cuts. The saw, as a key tool in carpentry, has become the craftsman's trusted partner over the years. Looking at the saw, we can see traces of time and the worker's hard work. The saw blade has followed them through thousands of cuts. Each cut is a story of creativity, patience and dedication. His arms move the saw with ease and precision, creating smooth, precise cuts. In an instant, the first piece of wood was sawn, creating an extremely sharp cut. The sophistication and precision in each movement not only makes the work quick but also creates a beautiful final product. The cross-section of the wooden panel attracted the attention of people around, and they came close to observe the smooth details and delicate lines created under the adjusting hand of the craftsman. Once the other wooden panels have been cut, and because they are quite heavy, the worker continues to use a forklift to lift these wooden panels to the next stage of the production process. The forklift, with its power and flexibility, becomes a powerful assistant in handling large volumes and lifting wooden panels conveniently. Heavy wooden panels are lifted with a forklift, creating favorable conditions for the worker and at the same time keeping the wooden product from being damaged during movement. Continuing with other pieces of wood, the worker still showed his calmness and extremely precise saw control skills. Each cut is a step forward in the process of creating beautiful, high-quality wood panels. The craftsman's hands, through each movement, make the saw a precision tool, turning each piece of wood into a work of art. Calmness is important in carpentry, especially when dealing with powerful saws. Workers not only master the operation but also understand the properties of the wood, which helps them adjust the saw to achieve optimal results. Exactly, through the wood production process in Japan, we clearly see the special combination between the skillful hands of the carpenter and traditional tools, creating vivid works of art. Every cut on a log is the result of the worker's concentration, patience and dedication. A traditional tool like a saw is not only a working tool, but also a symbol of history and Japanese woodworking tradition. The craftsman not only works with wood but also interacts with it, so that each detail creates a unique work of art.